Hello everybody, my name is Alvin and this is my research update. If you remember from my last video, I study virus evolution and I do bioinformatics, which means that I analyze DNA sequences in my computer and I look for patterns of evolution in them so that we can understand how viruses are changing through time. For the past 2 years, I've been working on the evolution of a group of viruses known as cassava mosaic begomoviruses. This group of viruses infect cassava and are a severe threat to crop production in many countries in Africa and in Asia. From my analysis, I was able to conclude that most of the species that I study actually emerged from a process called genetic recombination, where two distinct viruses exchange genes to produce a new virus. Now, these findings are important for the scientific community. So right now, I'm working on the most important part of science, which is science communication. I am currently working on writing a research article, which is the main way that we communicate our results to the broader scientific community. A research article is basically a report of my findings. It requires that I detail the methodology that I use to answer the question of interest. I must present the results in illustrative form in the form of graphs, figures, and tables. And lastly, I have to assess the contribution of the findings to the general body of knowledge in our field. Once your research article is written up, you submit it to a journal of research. The journal of research will assign a group of experts in your field to evaluate the research and the manuscript. They will make sure that your methods are sound, that your results and interpretations are correct, and they will determine whether the paper is approved for publication or not. Sometimes the peer reviewers or those experts in the field will determine that your paper is not good enough and might be rejected outright. But most of the times, they will actually give you suggestions or revisions to make in the form of new analyses, new experiments, or just different phrasing of how you word things in the document. After you address the revisions by the reviewers, your paper gets approved, it gets published, and your findings go out into the world. Publishing a research article is a lot of hard work. It requires your honesty, your attention to detail, thoughtfulness, and creativity, but it's all worth it. Research articles and science communication is the way that we build up science and innovation and make progress for the world. Science isn't finished until it's communicated. And hopefully, I'll be able to communicate mine soon. Thank you.